Man, so what a crazy week, guys. Just out for a walk and thought we'd update on what's going on this week, right? Just to reflect. I mean, obviously we've made loads of content around the lunar saga. We've had crypto markets really crash down, right? Bitcoin really far down below 29k. And this is ultimately going to become a really important inflection point. And we don't know it yet because we don't know what direction it's going to head to. But the fact that we've posted that all-important lower low on Bitcoin, it leaves us thinking there's more risk to the downside. Now, I know there's been a little bit of rally today. We've managed to hold above 30k. That's really good. We've seen altcoins really start to move. But the warning I've been giving everybody over the last 24 to 36 hours is really to watch out for this potential dead cat bounce, right? Watch out for this potential that this is just a fake rally, just the bears cooling off, taking a breather, because they've already pushed us down this far. They've posted that lower low before pushing us down more to the downside. Now, we've also got that little bit of hopium which I shared on the weekly chart, right? If you look at the weekly chart, we've not quite broken down below the 29k mark, which is really good, right? Because on the weekly chart, if we close below that 20k line, then we're in for a little bit of a different situation, because that would then be posting a weekly close below the 29, which would suggest a complete reversal of trend. So that's the only little bit of hopium we've got. But otherwise, everything still shows us that the bears are in control. We have to pay attention to that. If we flick on over to the charts very briefly, let's take a brief look here at the charts, and you can see something like Fantom is really, creating this dead cat bounce type of effect, right? So we saw that we were hovering here at our lows. We managed to get that run up as Bitcoin got its run up, and now this is where people are FOMOing in. They were chasing the green candles. They were trying to buy and say, oh look, we've bottomed out, we're heading back up. And then we can see that potentially we could be getting that next wave down to the downside, closer to the bottom of the cup and handle. And remember, the next support line for Fantom is not until 15 cents. So you really need to make sure you have high conviction. If you're buying in now, because there's still people buying in now who have no conviction, you're still going to take a big hit, right? If you go down to the bottom of the cup and handle pattern at 15 cents, that's still that's a half a drop, right? You've taken a 50% hit if we fall down that far. So even if you're buying in now at these low prices, it doesn't help you if you don't have conviction. Let's also take a look at the Bitcoin chart, because the same pattern is happening on Bitcoin. You can see we bottomed out. We've got this, what people thought was a bottom. And we saw a big rally today, taking us up back to 30k. And we've been hovering around that level. We're literally sitting at 30k right now. But the question is this now ready for this next impulse wave to the downside? That's what we need to monitor here. And that's what we need to prepare ourselves for. And the reality is the markets are still spooked, right? The equities markets were green today. And partially green because just it's been taking that much of a hit. And people are now looking to buy the dip. But the issue is not just in buying the dip. People can buy the dip, but there's a lack of access to capital now. People are suffering. They've bought so many layers of this dip. Institutions, retail investors, you and I, we've bought the dip time and time again. We've had 4 months of pain. Loads of people have bought the dip, but it's now there's no access to capital. So the ones who are going to win are those that not just have high conviction and buy like really good high, blue chip names, which we were talking about earlier, but the ones who are able to create a system over the next few weeks and months which allow them to bring more capital into the markets, earn more money, and invest that smartly in good projects. That's going to be the winners, right? Because you've got some really good projects at discount prices right now. And if you can go and pick those up at these cheap prices, you're going to do pretty well. And that's the aim of the game now. If you don't have cash, figure out how to get more cash, right? Don't buy that holiday. Don't buy that new car. Don't get that new furniture for the house. Like, think about these little bits where you're putting $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 somewhere, where you could be putting it into a project like Solana, like ADA, like Chainlink, like Matic, like Dot. Good solid blue chip names. Ethereum, Bitcoin, you can't go wrong. If you haven't got enough Bitcoin, Ethereum, get that right first. It should be 40 to 50% of your portfolio. I don't want to see people buying crazy plays. You've got this opportunity right now where you've got projects, solid projects, big cap, large cap projects, proven in bull markets and bear markets, been around for many years, that you need to be averaging into, right? These lower cap projects are always going to be here, and they're always going to be cheap, because that's the risk you take, is risk reward. So why would you take those now when you've got really juicy opportunities in really good layer one solutions, in really good platforms, in really good interoperability plays? Cut off. So really good, layer one solutions, really good data oracles. These are the plays you want to be layering in. And if you've not thought about how to structure your portfolio, check out the links below to head over to ejaz.uk/member. We've got a course member live streams, 3 times weekly live streams, where we talk about exactly this stuff, right? The members get together, we talk about portfolio allocations, we critique each other's portfolios, we look at great projects, we find them, we do tokenomics, we do technical analysis, we do fundamental analysis, and you can learn and grow in that space, because being a crypto trader or investor, it's a lonely place, particularly when the markets are like this. So you need people to bounce ideas off of. So do check out the links in the description for that. But that's the time we're in right now. Like, this is going to be one of those defining moments where you could be picking up great projects at great value, and we don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Whoops. And if you're, the reality is, if you're new to crypto, you've just entered the crypto space now, what a beautiful time to enter. You've avoided having to enter in at 69,000, 65,000, 60,000, 50,000, 40,000. You're entering at 26, 27,000. What a time to be in the market, right? And now it's about, okay, how quickly do you educate yourself? How quickly do you learn? How quickly do you understand the different projects, where you need to invest, how you need to invest? That's the game. It's the knowledge that's key. It's not the size of your portfolio. It's what are you learning? The ones who are doing really well in this cycle learned from previous cycles. Now, if you do your learning in this cycle, you'll do really well and be set for the next cycles. And that's what we need to figure out. We need to stop having this entitlement, right? That's the right word, entitlement for instant gratification. Everybody wants to jump into crypto and for whatever reason suddenly think this is the best asset class in the world, which it is, by the way, and I'm going to get 1,000x straight off the bat. It's not how it works. Learn the space, learn how to build sustainable wealth, get those solid 10x's, and you just need 3 of those. If you've not watched my video explaining that, go watch that. I'll link that up somewhere for you guys to go check out, because you just need 3 clean 10x's. So take this weekend to do exactly that. If you've not gone through your portfolio, go through your portfolio. If you want to be a course member, join the course member live streams. We can do that together, but you can do it yourself. Sit down, look at your portfolio, understand what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, how do I go from what my current portfolio is to my desired portfolio, and then go and do that now. Now is the time to start transitioning across. And you don't need to do that tomorrow. You don't need to open your Binance now and say, oh, this is the desired portfolio, let me move on. No, make a plan. Say, when this gets to this price, I'm going to swap this to this. When this gets to this price, I'm going to swap this to this, and start transitioning across to your ideal portfolio. Do that, and you'll set yourself up really well for the next bull run, because you would have collected assets, focused on the assets. Don't worry about the price, focus on the asset. You're going to own, a full Bitcoin. You're going to own a couple of ETH. You're going to own some Solana, own some ADA. Focus on those tokens, because those tokens are what going to be worth a lot in the next bull cycle. That's just how it works. Don't worry about the price right now. Again. So yeah, don't worry about the candlesticks. Sometimes take some time to go out for a walk, spend some time with loved ones over the weekend. The reality is, this is just crypto. Now, I know crypto is an important part of your life, building your wealth is an important part of your life, but the reality is, after a crazy week like this, it is important sometimes just take that step back, be grateful for what you have, but still focused on achieving what your goals are ahead, right? Nobody's saying don't be focused. And if you've been hurt by the whole Luna scandal, heart goes out to you guys who've done that, but hopefully you've taken away some really good lessons to improve for the next run up. So there you go, guys. I'm going to carry on with this walk. No doubt we'll see you in some updates over the weekend. Don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. Check out my other videos on the channel. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.